Hello and welcome to the channel. Hillbilly Military Modeling here, and in today's video this is going to be a inbox review of the next project, which is the M-18 Hellcat by Academy M-135th scale. And this kit can be had for under 30 bucks, and I think it was released in 1997. Looking at the box here, Academy provides us with a picture of a cutaway, which would be a very interesting option if you choose to do that. It does have interior parts. I also like the fact that they provide us with these pictures of the actual model being built alongside of the normal box art, which is pretty good. So we'll go ahead and take a look at our instructions. Now this is a booklet type set of instructions. It's a stapled book, and it has the normal keys for showing you what to glue, what not to glue. Now the instructions are not complicated. It's not overwhelming with the number of parts and each one of the diagrams. It's very easy to follow. And another good thing about this is that they have the color call-outs, easy for me to say, of parts like seat backs and whatever accessories on the interior and the exterior of the vehicle. So if you know the shovel head's supposed to be black, then they let you know that, or the seat back khaki. So you're not wondering what color to use or what to start with. And so we have an option of two different mantlet looks, and that would be the one with or without the canvas, as well as whether or not we want to use the muzzle brake or have the main armament without the muzzle brake. Now Academy has also provided us with a lot of extras. We've got ammo crates and jerry cans and a towing cable and ammo tubes, as well as satchels and bed rolls and tripods. So there's a lot of stuff for us to outfit our vehicle with, really help with our stowage. And we have our painting and decal placement guide as well. Academy also provides us with a parts locating diagram, also something that we often call a sprue map. Let's go ahead and take a look at our decals. The decals aren't too thick, and I've built a couple of Academy models before, and I've never had any issues with the decals, and so I don't really expect to have an issue with this one either. And these are the standard water slide type decals. So first sprue up will be sprues A and B. Now they're kind of connected together here, but the one on the left is sprue A and the one on the right is sprue B. We do have our ammo crates here. They have some nice wood graining texture to them, and you can also see the shells here. Now the one thing this kit does provide is it provides two different calibers. We have both the 75mm and then the high velocity 76, which is what we're going to be building, is the 76 with the muzzle brake. More the merrier, the bigger the better. We also have bed rolls and satchels, and well, you can see where they've got them all molded together. I would have appreciated it if they had been separate. You know, kind of let me decide where I want to put these things and how I want to put them on the vehicle. So continuing on here, we have our ammo cans and our jerry cans. The good thing about these jerry cans is that they are the ones with the 3-tube handles, which is the realistic and an actual representation of what these jerry cans are supposed to look like. And of course we've got the rest of our tools and accessories. So next up is sprue C, and sprue C we have main armament gun tubes. So as you can see here, these gun tubes are the 2-piece variety. We have two different lengths, and that will depend upon what option you choose for your mantlet, whether it's got the canvas or without the canvas, as to which one you're going to choose. And here we have our rear hull plate, as well as our driver and assistant drivers hatches. These are two-piece hatches. And then moving on, here's our mud and dust shields that'll go on the side of the vehicle, on the front and rear. As far as the sharpness in the detail, I would place this model somewhere around middle of the road. It's not the worst I've seen, and it's definitely not the best, but I mean, it's acceptable. Here we have our two pieces to our turret as well for the turret top. So on our next sprue, sprue D, we have our interior parts. So this vehicle does have the fighting compartment detail. So this is the floor section for our driver and assistant driver. There's no bow machine gun on this vehicle, so also we have our steering differential and transmission detail, some storage boxes, the radio, some decent detail on our radio. That should paint up nicely for us. And this is the back wall, or the bulkhead, between the fighting compartment and the engine compartment, as well as the seats and seat backs for the driver. This is the main fighting compartment deck. We have our non-slip detail on that. Next sprue is sprue E. Now we have two of these sprues, and these all contain our road wheels and road wheel arms and support rollers. One of the things that I will say about these is that the detail for the lug nuts and the hubcaps are not as sharp as I would like for them to be. Of course, you know, we would all like for it to be the absolute finest, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Here you can see our road wheel arms, and also our drive sprockets. So I think this model is going to build up to be a pretty good model. It shouldn't be too bad. I hope. We'll see. I have the ability to attract troublesome models. So for our tracks, this kit contains link and length tracks, as well as rubber band tracks. So you do have an option there. So looking at our link and length style tracks, which I actually prefer, the detail is nice, crisp, and sharp. And yeah, there's not a lot of sprue gates on them, so they should be easy to clean up. Now we do have some ejector pin marks. Not a whole lot. It's kind of funny how it's laid out there, but it's like the shoes on the end of the sprue have the ejector pin marks and the one in the middle don't. So next sprue, we've got our upper hull and our turret. And so the upper hull has this screen detail on the back of it. Now this is an older model, but that would have looked really good with photo etch, I think. You listening, Academy? So the overall detail is pretty good on the upper hull. Yeah, I just hope it fits well. And you can see our access panel there on the very front for servicing our transaxle and transmission. So the turret is a two-piece affair, so we have a left and right side for it. And I understand why they did this. That's because of the way that they designed the elevation block that holds our main armament. So here is the two mantlet options that we have, the one with canvas and the one without. So you'll have to choose which one that you're going to want to build, and that will depend upon or that will dictate anyway, the which barrel that you're going to use on it. Now we also have bustle side racks. Now these aren't overly thick, so they should look pretty decent. So our next sprue H, has our turret basket components and also the ready ammunition for inside the turret. And we have our traverse mechanisms and also our breech assembly for our main armament, along with the guards. So you can see this big disc here. You can build this kit and use this disc at the bottom of your turret. If you decide not to use any of the interior parts, I don't know who would want to do that. Otherwise, we'll be using the turret ring, which is what I'm going to do. And we're going to assemble the turret basket with all the seats and the detail. Next up is our lower hull. Now you can see here that on top of the sponsons, Academy has molded in ammunition. I would have rather that have been separate parts. It would have looked a lot better. Not to mention the fact that it would have been a lot easier to paint. So this is one of those lower hulls that were designed to take batteries and an electric motor. Which I've never seen anybody actually do that. So a couple of things here. The moldings are really nice for the control arms. Well, not the control arms, but the road wheel arms. And also the anchors for the torsion bars. They're molded in kind of nice there. So it looks pretty good in that respect. I would have preferred that the dampeners be separate parts and not molded into the lower hull, but that's the way Academy chose to do it. Now Academy has provided us with polycaps, and that's going to be very useful when it comes to track installation and painting. Here we have our rubber band style tracks and the string that Academy provides us for our tow cable. Not sure if we're going to use that or not yet. But taking a close look at our tracks, they look pretty much identical to the Lincoln Length style tracks that we have on the sprues. So yeah, the detail is really nice on them. If it's at all possible and I can use these, I will, because they look really good. I wouldn't object to using these at all. So this should be a pretty interesting build. We've got some interior items to deal with, interior painting, and let's see, ammunition and stowage, and yeah, this should be a pretty good build. I think I'm really going to enjoy this one. I hope we don't run into any fit issues. So if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed but you like this type of content, why not go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. And for all my current subscribers, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys looking in and watching the videos. It's because of you guys that I keep making these videos. And if you have any comments, please leave me a comment. I love to hear from you. And I promise I will answer each and every comment. However, I will say this, that some of my Eastern European friends out there, for some reason, and I don't know why it is, but YouTube or maybe some certain entities out there are not allowing the comments to come through. I can see that I have a message, and when I click on it, it's not there. So it's not that I don't love you guys, it's just for some reason I'm not getting your message. But please keep on watching, and maybe I'll be able to correct this and figure this thing out so that your comments will come through too. So keep watching, guys. Next video is the build video, and yeah, so you guys stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.